if you're leading a difficult change right now and you're feeling the need to appear positive or hopeful to your team or your peers, but you're not feeling that way internally, this is a series for you to help you get some strategies for getting a little bit better aligned and finding ways to move forward. So as we talked about in the last video, a lot of leaders struggle with the need or the obligation to put on this positive face when they're not feeling that way internally. So if that's what you're experiencing right now, the next question is, well, how do we get to a spot where we can authentically and positively lead our team or others through the change? The first step to getting to that level of authenticity is to acknowledge what are our honest feelings, thoughts, and reactions to the change. What are we experiencing as people who are part of the change right now? So knowing that as you move through the change process, when you're experiencing uncertainty, that's a normal part of change. So when we enter that chaos, we can't predict what's going to happen. For most people, that evokes feelings of fear or anxiety. A lot of times we experience a sense of loss, or we're afraid of loss that might happen. We might panic or we might feel paralyzed. All those are completely normal. And even if you have the title of a leader or you have the obligation of a leader, that doesn't mean that you're not human and you're not going to experience those things the same way that the people on your team might. As you're processing that information, you're finding a private way or a way that you can do that in confidence, maybe with your peers, other leaders who can support you as a person, can be really, really helpful. So for a lot of us who are in a leadership position, we're aware of the impact that we have on other people. If we, empty out all the dirty laundry and talk about all the ways that the change won't work, well, we've probably influenced others to think the same thing. That doesn't mean that we need to lie about how we feel, but we do need to process it authentically on our own first. So if this is something that you're struggling with at the moment, take some time to acquaint yourself with how you're honestly feeling about the change. You can write things down in a journal. You could go ahead and have a coffee talk with a peer. If you're working with a coach, this is a great thing to explore with a coach. So getting it just out, what are the things that you're thinking and experiencing about the change? And as you do that, you're widening your view on what the change experience is like. So first of all, as you get in touch with your own experience, you're able to connect most likely with the people that you're leading from a more empathetic position. So you can acknowledge the fact that this is kind of scary right now. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I don't know how all of this is going to unfold. And once you've acknowledged that, then you can think of what are some productive steps that you and the team can take moving forward. So when we're in that chaos stage, thinking too far ahead, it just adds to the anxiety and that sense of, that paralyzing sense of I don't know what to do. What is a grounding step that you can take for your team and for yourself that you can put in place in the next day or the next 2 days? So bringing, taking a wider view of the situation, looking at, what is happening in the wider context, how are my feelings part of that system, and then bringing yourself back to the present moment. What can you do today that would help give a little bit of comfort, a little bit of certainty just over the next 24 to 48 hours? I'll be back with another video on this series, just with some additional tips and thoughts on taking that broader view and how to help you get to a point where you feel like you can take some consistent, congruent action to help lead your team. Stay tuned.